thing, and then...
Should I have the...
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another podcast, Talking Automotive, episode 16. Today we have Fire to Fork, a.k.a. Harry. We have Adam Reed from Living 4x4, and we have Zach Boldy. Welcome, guys.
What is up?
What's going on?
How are we all? We all good?
Oh, splendid. I'm not super angry that my internet doesn't work.
Just trying to work my own technology so I can see what the hell's going on here.
You're trying to get the stream up?
Yeah, got it.
No worries.
We always just seem to have internet issue after internet issue.
Yeah, it seems...
Oh, man. It's just Australia, man. It's just Australia. We're all over Australia.
Seems like someone always has a bit of an internet issue with us, either the host or whatever. But we're here.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that the first ever podcast that we did?
Yeah, the first one we went to do it, and it just started raining, and then
your internet died, and ripped the first podcast. Yep.
Yeah. So that was great.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we got the
If you're
people.
going to screw one up, you got to screw your first one up. Though.
Exactly.
You've got an excuse.
You got to
when
start.
you fuck up like your 34th, you're like, come on.
You're like, come on, boys. We should probably know how to do this by now.
I actually didn't realize how far we're at number 16 now.
Number 16.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Well, do you want to give us a bit of a rundown on yourself, your channel, and all that stuff, and then we'll get into talking some dribble and all that sort of good stuff.
Well, that's basically what my channel started out of. So it's just me talking dribble. So I started off this. I had like an Instagram page, and I put up some bush cooking and whatever. And that started to do okay. Built up followers pretty quick, and then this young whippersnapper in the four-wheel drive industry a couple of years ago asked me if I wanted to go camping. His name's Graham Cahill. So I decided to make a video with him, and I made 3 videos with him, and it was a full uncut talking shit with Graham Cahill. Like, we left everything in there.
Yeah,
it's him after 100 beers, looking at me like, you got fucking alien toes. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know if these two know who Graham Cahill is.
I'm literally just looking him up right now.
He's not a little fella.
I don't know.
He's arguably he and Sean Cahill. So he and Sean Whale are arguably the most well-known people in the industry.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the other...
Is he Perth 4-wheel drive show or something along those lines? Is he like a presenter on a show or something? Or
Yeah, four-wheel drive.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Which is
now called four-wheel drive 24/7. So he's one of the presenters. So I used to be with Ruthie and worked with him for years, but I think he's been there for 15 years or something. Hilarious bloke, total petrolhead, just loves full driving and camping and talking shit, and he's a genuinely good bloke. He's not a poser. And so, I was nobody, and he's on this thing that's got 600,000 subs.
Craziest thing ever.
$10 million a year budget, and I was like, I've got 1,000 subscribers.
Instagram followers. God.
So finally, so I edited this video, chucked it up, and it was 0 to 7,000 overnight. Subscribers.
Wow.
And then, so that kind of kickstarted me, and then I didn't really do much with it. I did a few of these things. We called them Fire to Talk, Fire to Talk, and it was a full uncensored thing with interviews with people who usually are heavily censored.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. They're usually oh, can you get me an iron jack out of the genetic? It's quite product heavy and
very scripted.
They don't actually script anything, but they have to say a lot because of all their commercial obligations.
Yeah.
So while they don't actually script it, it's not like it's a natural conversation the whole time. Oh, geez, Graham, that's a nice looking truck. Where'd you get that? Oh, well, I got it. Blah, blah, blah.
I got that from King Supercenter down the road.
It's
exactly.
So it's kind of like scripted topics.
Yeah.
And then they got
That's exactly it. And then they do ad reads and all that kind of stuff in it. Anyway, so what I do now, fast forward like a year, and I decided to start doing some cooking videos because that's the kind of channel I am. And I was like, I'll just do dedicated cooking videos. First one I put up hits 550,000 views, and I get another 10,000 subs.
That's so good. Is that
Crazy.
Good.
is that the steak and chips one?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
I was like, this is wild. Like, what the hell? So, you know, I was like, okay, the cooking videos work. Now, that was a total fluke. But so when we moved up here a year ago, I was at 14,000 subs, and now I'm just about at 35.
Yeah.
So it's just been like, I don't really know what it is, but I think it's just that I seem to be the only person cooking good food in the bush.
I reckon it is that. And
without sponsors.
I'm looking at the stuff right now, and it is making me so goddamn
it makes you
hungry.
salivate. Hey, looking just at the thumbnails.
Man, I'm just looking at that steak and fries right now, that thumbnail, and it is like,
Yeah.
I need to pause this podcast real quick to go watch it. That is great.
Yeah, it's
like a big dry aged tomahawk. It's great.
I reckon it does so well because, like, obviously, like you said, there's not many people that do that. You're really good
Such
at
a
it,
niche.
and it's full drive as well. Like, a lot of people go, man, I don't want to go full driving because you just have, like, you know, they buy those $8 packs of sausages, 100 sausages. They're trash.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and then cook on a gas cooker on your fry pan you stole off your missile. And,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know, burn half of them, undercook half of them, and drink a ton of beers.
Yeah.
Put up with it.
But even like I put up the Instagram story saying that you're coming on, and I had a friend who doesn't do full driving at all, and she's like, "Oh, I love him." And I was like,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I was like,
the thing is, it seems to work. Like it's basically I didn't try and do anything anyone else was doing. I literally just went, okay, these are things I'm interested in. Don't
That's
really
good.
care.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And then a year ago, I quit my job. So
Really?
That's awesome.
Congratulations, mate.
moved up for Kimberley and doing this full time. So
Yeah. That's...
So when you quit, how many subs did you have? Because that was around about the same time that I did as well, about a year ago.
not very many. I think I had about 15,000.
Hey, yeah,
Nice.
same.
And then about 25 on Instagram.
Yeah.
And about, I don't even know how many I have on Facebook now. Like 6, maybe.
That's freaking awesome, man. That's good to hear.
that's what I want to do.
The thing is, I got a book deal, so that made a big difference. So that helps, like, financially. And then I just keep collaborating with, like, really good brands and stuff, but I still don't do ad reads. Like, don't get me wrong, I am not making enough money to pay the mortgage. Like, I am not making. I can't afford the car I just bought. Like, before this, like, I'm a bit older than you both. So before this, I was general manager at a software company on really good money.
Okay.
Quit, got married.
So you've just like, you've jumped in the deep end.
Yeah, moved
love
up for
it.
Kimberley. Well, so I quit, and I was on my way to get, I wanted to get another job, and I was like just being really fussy, and I was leaning the fire thing a bit, and like just kept being able to pay the mortgage, and kept being able to afford diesel in the car and beer in the fridge, and I was like, well, not bad, like,
That's freaking awesome.
I mean, I work my ass off. I work pretty much every day, and I film a lot. And I've probably had to pour 100 grand into the business so far. Like, it's not a cheap exercise.
Oh, certainly.
That's
an investment into a business that hopefully long term can.
I reckon it'll be a long term thing because you can always come up with recipes to cook, and you're filling that niche, and your videos are awesome. Like the quality and all that stuff. Like, because you started with good quality, it's just going to get better.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I started with good quality.
Well, you know what I mean. The food section, not the talking dribble part. Although that is good.
The audio.
I remember like ages ago when I wasn't making heaps of videos because I literally don't have the time to watch anything anymore. But like I remember watching your videos like way back then, and I just thought that like they were just grouse. I liked them. They worked. And
So I'm sorry,
like,
as I said, Andy Fisher, I took some of your food. Andy, nice surname, I like it. I'm Charlie Fisher.
Yeah, he's a long time podcast supporter. He's always here. There's a couple of blokes in there. That's a couple of members in here that are always here every week, so it's awesome.
Adam, so what? Sorry, as you said, as you just alluded to, you don't have time to watch many other videos. I haven't seen yours.
that's fine. I don't watch any of these guys' videos. Like I used to be like right into it, but yeah, I can't watch anything anymore. I make just like full driving, camping, mainly full driving videos. I guess that's kind of what I'm known for.
Yeah.
Just doing like the stupid tracks, I guess.
With incredibly expensive freaking cameras.
Yeah, what the hell?
Screw that! Literally, this guy wants the OSR, and if you guys don't know, that's like for the body itself is $2,000 at its cheapest.
My actual full time.
I know.
The expensive one.
The 1DX. Let's quickly bring up a 1DX body. All right.
My actual job is marketing, so it's.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I wouldn't be buying that.
Is it a Mark III?
That's Mark II.
Mark
I
II.
bought it like 4 or 5 years ago.
You bought it
So
a while
that's
ago.
what, a $7,000 body around those.
Yes.
Really?
Around about, yeah.
Yeah. That's literally the flagship.
Yeah.
Like, that's the flagship.
Yeah, it was. It was the flagship.
Yeah.
Back then, it was yeah.
Obviously, that's in the photography range, not in the cinematography classification. But that's a fucking impressive camera.
And I'm gonna get to use it on the weekend, guys. Are you
I
jealous?
feel like but I've probably got 15.
Don't drop it.
Yeah.
Does it hurt to know that like that 1DX has been slammed in mud like countless times?
Oh yeah.
Like cars are throwing mud everywhere and gets covered in it.
Yeah, and you're just like this,
perfect.
like.
Just use it in the rain.
That is the worst thing
I don't
about
care.
me even using this tiny little M50 is I'm working on my stupid Skyline, which if you know just has oil leaks and you don't know where they come from. Like literally you get oily hands and you're like, okay, before I film something, I need to go wash my hands and get everything off my hands before I use my M50. And then I hear about the fact that you're like throwing things across football.
See, I would just use it. I would just use it.
You got it, man. You got it.
Yeah.
Too precious, you don't get the shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like the amount of videos I've filmed in the rain, like just going out filming. That's why I buy those cameras too, because they are built to last for that.
They're waterproof and all that stuff.
Yeah, they're not necessarily waterproof.
Waterproof.
But they're weather resistant, is what they say.
When I was at uni, I was like shooting a couple of gigs, photographer, and like I was in mosh pits with like a semi-sealed Nikon, and I was like, "This is pretty good." Like the amount of beer that went on that camera was like pretty impressive.
Well, actually, yeah, my cameras have had like drinks spilled all over them and everything.
Yeah,
like they're fine. So yeah, people baby them so much, and I'm like,
yeah, I baby mine heaps.
Doesn't matter.
My fighter talk videos, a lot of pisses drunk. Right?
Yeah.
So by the end of that, you're pretty messy. Never ever put my camera on ever. Like every single time I wake up in the morning and go, "Fuck." And my camera's just sitting out in the weather, like all over it. It's
once
dew,
I did that,
rain and everything.
Yeah, I did that once, and like it was dew, and then it froze. I froze the camera.
Adam, stop talking.
It's fine though.
How do you freeze a camera? So
because it gets that cold.
Did it just not turn? Freezes. Like, did the shutter just not open, or like?
I love this comment. I love this comment. GoPros exist. Adam, nah, $7,000. We'll be right.
I just bought 2 GoPros.
Oh, sick. I just bought 2 GoPros.
Right. And the GoPros are so good.
Oh,
like,
dude.
That's my overhead angle camera now.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh.
Yeah, I just bought 2 of the 9s, one for Sam, one for me, for in the cars. And we're going to use them this weekend for the first time. And I'm so keen because I had the older ones.
Yeah, the
And
eight.
then I kept
9.
The front facing screen is the best thing you will ever get. Like, it is so
Yeah.
good.
I want a front-facing screen. The thing that really shits me about it is it doesn't fit in any of my cases.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's a whole different
Yeah, they
size.
changed the size of them.
they've had for so long you could just chuck your GoPros in the same case, and now I'm like, wow.
Mm.
That said, I also don't do very much underwater stuff. Like, I go fishing and that's fine because they're good for 10 minutes. But, you know, it's kind of, yeah.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, so I got the GoPro.
I've been that many of them that I guess I'll just get a nine.
Yeah, I'm like, I was thinking about picking up a new GoPro, but maybe I'll just see how yours go this weekend, Adam, and then if I like them.
I'm only going to use them for certain things because
in-cab stuff.
I like using my camera
Yeah.
because it has a different look because everyone uses GoPros.
Yeah.
Like it's easier.
Yeah.
I like being able to zoom. Really.
Oh, zoom's awesome.
that's-
yeah, that's one thing.
That's the main thing because like the difference between like trying to get cinematics with wide angles compared to cinematics with like tight angles is very different.
100%.
So if you're on a wide angle with like a 16mm lens and a full frame, it's wildly different from look of the GoPro. Like, it's not this sort of like crappy thing. But you can fucking throw a GoPro on your dash or like I clip mine onto my awning and have a straight overhead angle. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's it. They're so versatile. They're good for certain things and not good for other things. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They fill a hole. So
Yeah.
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 It is. I still reckon it's one of the best set and forget cameras, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
yeah, if you're talking
100%.
I
set,
forget about mine all the time.
Yeah.
I use big cards for a reason. Like, packing up my awning, like,
You're like, oh, that's on there. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, let's talk about these steak and fries video first. I want to know how what made you go, that's gonna be my first video. Like, how did you have a plan?
I can't fuck up steak and fries. It's like one of the things that I was like, oh, look, I don't have to think. I can just nail it. I've got a butcher sponsor in Perth, so he's like, I'll give you the sickest bit of meat.
I love it.
It's like, done. So he gave me this awesome bit of meat, and I was like, wicked, let's go, do this justice. Fucking around, first time I've ever done it, filming for myself, like by myself, overcooked it. And I was like, what do you think? Like, do I just own it? I was like, fuck it. And when I say overcooked it, it was medium instead of medium rare. Like, it's not like the end of the world, but I was like, God damn.
You're like,
I pride myself on nailing steaks.
wow, so you clickbaited everyone. Nah.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'll show you the best thing to do for clickbait.
Okay.
Get one of those.
Oh, yeah, you got to have the dog.
Yeah.
The dog.
It's the best clickbait you get.
It's
Yeah.
I'm literally looking
Works
at
for a
all
boy
of,
or a girl.
your most popular uploads in the top. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. In your 4 most popular uploads, your dog is in every single one. That is amazing.
it's a cute dog. That's why.
He's a very big dog too. Like, he doesn't look that big when he's 16. Like,
What's his name?
Brett.
Brett. Nice. Yeah.
Brett.
His feet are on the ground.
Oh,
6 foot.
Does he have his own Instagram account? He has to have his own
his name's
Instagram account.
Fred.
Fred.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fred.
Fred.
There you go.
But
Okay,
so.
not Brett. So that video has like 590,000 views, I think. Is it, Zach? Is that what it says? If you're looking at it,
578 at the moment. That's
is
mental.
insane.
Like, so that was wild. That happened in 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah, it got to 520 or something in 3 days.
What?
And then it's been kicking along since then. But like at the time, I still had my full-time job. Like I wasn't even thinking about. I was like, oh fuck it, I'll just chuck something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just for fun.
See what happens.
Yeah.
I was at a campsite for a day by myself, and I was like, oh, whatever. Like, I guess I'll just like film a little thing. Like I wanted to cook myself a fancy lunch anyway. Like that's what I do anyway. I was like, well, I've got a date. I'm going to spend a bit of time and like spoil myself, make something fucking delicious.
Yeah, you may as well film it.
Yeah.
Man, I want a butcher sponsor.
Yeah.
Might start filming me cooking.
How do we get one of those?
In the mornings.
We should start a cook. Let's do a cooking episode, Adam, this
I'm
weekend.
terrible at cooking.
No, we'll do a cooking episode.
I hope you don't expect good food this weekend because it's not going to happen.
It's going to be good food, trust. You're going to cook it, and I'm going to film it.
Check out the videos.
Yeah.
Harry's going to tell us what we should have on Saturday night. What should we have?
Yeah,
Saturday
what should we
night?
have?
It depends. It depends how long you've kind of got. Because
Probably not long.
One of my favourite things to do is pulled pork. It takes like 3 hours, right? But it's like 6 minutes prep time, right?
Oh, okay.
So you just the actual prep time is like it's like 5 ingredients, drop in a pot and leave it for 3 hours. So, but everyone goes, "Oh, you've been cooking for 3 hours." And you're like, "I know." So you wash up.
Really, you're just been sitting around the fire thinking tins.
That's good.
Actually, I was just thinking, have you done stuff with travel buddies?
No.
Like,
I only cook on fire.
Yeah, right.
Let's do a travel buddy special.
I was going to, like, don't get me wrong, I've eaten out of travel buddies.
Yeah.
But I've never, like, it's just not part of like my thing. My thing is getting to
fire to a fork.
In front of the fire.
Yeah.
Whereas like
my thing is like getting to camp at like 10 p.m.
Yes, you need a travel buddy.
Yeah.
I fucking hate traveling with Ronnie. I'm the first person. So, Zach, because I know you're not a... Oh, I've lost him.
Oh, we've lost him.
Yep. Oh, here he comes back.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
So, Zach, for just so you know, Ronnie is the
Ronnie Dar.
second... Yeah, Ronnie Dar. He's the second biggest forward driving YouTuber in the world.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Perth, and he's a really good mate of mine. And he's notorious for always... Like, he never rocks up to camp in the light. Ever.
Right, okay.
It's a fucking nightmare traveling with him. So I'm like, cool, let's do a cookie. Oh, fuck, I'll just eat out of your travel buddy.
Yeah. Just throw the chips in the travel buddy.
Yeah,
let's
okay,
go.
I gotcha.
Yeah, nightmare.
I'm only rolling up to camp because like we're trying to do stupid amounts of driving in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get the most of the weekend. Like you're trying to leave Friday night, get back by Sunday night.
Oh, yeah, no, I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Like, I do appreciate it. I'm just not, like, I love cars. I love driving, but I'm not a hardcore crashing full driver.
Yeah.
When I was your age, I absolutely was.
Yeah.
But
now that you've settled down and
I don't give a shit.
no, you're not boring. You pull up a nice. Hey, it does look good though, that new Prado. I reckon it looks awesome. Just for like.
Yeah. How is it treating you?
Yeah.
I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
Overall, fantastic. But there is one glitch on the new motor that has making it throw some codes. It's throwing a low oil pressure code.
Oh.
And
Right.
it's a glitch. So it turns out it's a software glitch. Basically, like the parameters that they put in for oil pressure were incorrect. So it's actually operating perfectly within the actual parameters for that engine. But because it's got all new internals, it's got new intercooler, it's got like new turbo, like everything's different. So when they changed the internals, they changed the oil pump, and they haven't changed the parameters for the oil pump.
Okay.
So if you do over 110 for long periods of time, and let's be honest, like I live in the Kimberley.
Yeah,
like,
so you are.
I live in Broome.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell's sitting at 110?
Yeah.
So I like to sit at whatever, like, let's just say 111.
111. Yep.
12 maybe. Actually, genuinely, at 111, it'll throw codes. At 110, it won't. And I'm like, the initial response from Toyota was, "Why are you speeding?" And I was like, "Because fuck you, it's my car." And then I was like, I'm only 11 hours from the MT border where the speed limit's 130, and they were like, "Fine, we'll fix it."
Yeah, that's so weird. Hey, they tried to throw it back on you, like sort of, but not really.
Full speed. I'm like, "Fuck it."
So what happens when you get to 130? Like, just blows your turbo up or something?
No, that's the thing. It just throws codes. It doesn't. There's nothing wrong with it, but you get like reduced engine power, and all your cruise and everything turns off, and just
Oh,
Right,
that's not-
so it's like a-
Christmas tree. It goes into like a semi-limp mode. Like you can do it.
You can
You can go
drive,
pretty
but not full limp, mate. Yeah, okay.
The thing, like, I know it's you guys all drive actual fast cars, but like,
Yeah,
I'm
fast.
I'm shocked.
Not me.
Like for a mum wagon,
Yeah.
I overtook some people down south, and by the time I got to the front of the 4 cars, there was a 2 at the front of the speed. So it's like,
That's pretty good.
shit.
So it goes not bad for a bit of
I
a...
don't know much about the one you bought. Is it the petrol or the diesel?
They only do a diesel. So it's just a
Oh, do they?
diesel 6-speed.
Yeah, because
What
they used to come out with a petrol as well, so that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Because they were fast, but like I was just shocked. I was like, "Holy shit!" I'm sure it doesn't do that now. But I've weighted it down and put bigger tires and
Put the drawers in the fridge and all that in it.
yeah, and lifted it and
Multiple kilos of steaks
all that jazz. Yeah,
Sponsored steaks and a dog.
like my small
and a
cow.
dog. Yeah, don't forget a dog.
Ah, God.
It's 40 kilos.
Just real quick, thanks Ginge for the $31. Absolute legend.
Oh, geez.
Seriously,
He's always in here.
here every
What a
week,
man.
always donating that exact dollary dues right there. And
Which is a very odd number, isn't it?
I know, what's
The
at least
$30.99.
Ginger, you realise you've now donated $440.
Four.
That's crazy.
Holy
Man.
shit.
How good a
You're the
ginger?
best.
I married one. It's fucking.
Oh,
I love
God.
it.
I'm all about the ginger.
Hey, Ginge, can you just put your Instagram in the chat real quick, please? Because I need to follow you and message you. Because I've been meaning to do it for weeks, and I just seriously can't remember your Instagram name. Anyways, because it's not Ginge245.
You tried that one, have you?
I tried the old Ginge245, didn't work.
Yep, you're right.
So that the draw setup on all that, is that all sponsored, or is that like did
Kind
you
of.
chop out for it, or?
It's a combination of like lots of things. So yeah, I've obviously got sponsors on this. I don't have the money to go and drop
Yeah,
what realistically going to be 45 grand into that.
yeah,
It's not a cheap build by any stretch of the imagination. It's all being done right. But so to answer your question, I didn't pay full price, but I wouldn't say sponsored.
yeah,
So sponsored is what I consider to be sponsored is when people pay you to say,
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
I do contra deals, so where I will provide someone like their own ad. It won't have me in it, but it'll have my car in it. So
Okay.
it'll be like just a collection of B-roll shots stitched together, being like, just selling the dream of like, if you have these products, you can go to the Kimberley and sit by a fire with your dog and all that kind of stuff.
That's a cool idea for. Yeah.
So I just collect footage and then I can stitch those videos together and create a little video for them. Now I work to supplement my Fighter Fork income. Is I do that kind of thing for people. So I make them videos, I make them photos. Very cute dog.
He's not as tall as yours.
He's about the size of Fred's head.
Yeah, basically. He's not too long, this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I continue. He's just attention seeking, man. It's all good.
Oh, it's so cute.
So when I do that kind of stuff, some companies are like, look, we're 100% stand by our product. And okay, there's like a number of things that go into it. So one of them is if it's going to be something like the drawers, where they are going to be in every single one of my videos, and people are going to be like, I want them. Every week they're going to be like, yes, I need that. Then generally I'll have a chat to the company and say, look, like, you're going to get that much extra exposure. Are you cool to just provide them for free?
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, cool. Some of the companies I go, mate, that thing's worth $80 and it's going to be in every single one of my videos. You need to cough up some cash, purely for the exposure. Again, and then you get other stuff like the battery, for example, which is hidden away, like no one can see it. And people forget what it is and all that kind of stuff. And in which case you go like, okay, I'm probably going to do some stuff for that. But I have a bunch of rules. One is I will not do ad reads about products.
Yep, 100%.
Find me like, all right, guys, word from, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
I won't do anything scripted by them. I would consider, like, if it was something that I've been using for years and years and years, maybe being like, this video is supported by this. I've been using it for 10 years, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, like if you stand by it.
Only if it was completely like actually something I'd talk about. And then, like, okay, so this week I got approached by 5 different sponsorship companies, and I turned all of them down.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a VPN company, a security camera company. I got a what else? A jacket manufacturer. I got a crap beer brand. Like, I get so much shit. I get so much shit. And I actually got approached by a good beer brand as well, but I'm working on something with another one. So I was like, damn.
Yeah, my theory is, like, I won't, if someone comes to me with something, then I won't say yes unless it's something I would buy. Like,
100%.
Like, if I don't actually want it, then I will say no.
Yeah.
Because that's happened to me a few times as well. Like, we've got our main sponsors, and they're like,
Razlar and all that stuff.
I would be going to them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like,
and that's
like
it.
Like, I'm not just gonna take products and chuck them on my car because
they're free.
Because it's free. Like, I don't care if it's free. If it's shit, it's shit. You know.
That's it.
I'm not going to tell people to get something that's shit.
Throughout this process, I've said, okay, got it, and I was like, doesn't work.
Yeah.
And none of them were actually faulty. Well, one of them was, but that was like, sometimes the thing's faulty. It was just a warranty.
Sometimes that happens, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a bad, faulty unit. No worries, we'll replace it. Cool. And that was like a very expensive unit too. But it's just, there was a fault. And they were like, no questions asked. In fact, what I usually do is I don't call the marketing person. I call the warranty people. Yeah. I'm like, what's your customer service like? So I call the warranty team and I'm like, hey, like, this is done, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, why does your invoice say 0? I'm like, don't worry about it. But
yeah.
They're like, okay, yeah, cool. Like, yeah, that unit, call records as faulty. You send you a new one, no questions asked. Like, if it's like that, I'm like, cool, like that. I'm just a normal person.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
Because otherwise you'll get.
Yeah.
You'll
get special treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, like, I wrote a list of my dream car, like my dream setup, and I haven't wavered from that list unless a product actually doesn't fit.
Okay.
So, for example, I initially wanted to get different rims, and I am that stoked that I got the new ones, and I was like, oh my god, they're so much better.
Yeah, it's such a nice color and look as well.
Yeah, and I wanted the other rims because I knew about them. These ones haven't even come out yet. They're on the list. And yeah, I was like,
you're like, send them to my door. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm so glad I didn't get it.
Yeah. Sponsorships are weird.
Yeah. It's such a hard thing.
Because you hear like Adam LZ and like all those other YouTubers, they get like 40 grand for an ad, and they're obviously just taking the ad because like
It's 40 grand.
That's a lot.
40
That's a lot of
grand.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
but
I remember. I think I was chatting to Sam about it at one point. Even Adam LZ at the moment with his ads, it would be enough to sustain him for well over a month just from one ad in one video. I think he gets between 15 and 20,000 US per ad,
holy crap.
plus royalties at the same time, like affiliate and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, affiliate deals are really good.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You can. So I work with a company called Osbro who I help develop their products with.
Yep.
When I first approached me, I was like, "Oh, just send me some shit, and if it's crap, then you've lost the charge of the product fee." You'd be like, to send it out. Basically, because I'm like, if you want me to go do some proper R&D, I'm going to have to take this away, hide everything I do on it. Because usually I'm out there getting content. I'm like, I can't use content. Like, it's actually quite time consuming. I'm going to thrash the shit out of this thing. And if it's good, then they've got a deal. If it's not, you've lost money. And they're like, yep, can we back our product? Send it out. Now I work with them on developing. I spent like an hour talking to the guy today, developing new products. Like, it's all fire cooking gear. And that affiliate deal is like a good part of my income now, and that's purely like if they were like, okay, here's what you have to use, here's how you have to use it, blah blah blah, and like
You wouldn't do it. Yeah.
That deal would have been dead in the water.
Yeah.
The fact that I get to design my own cooking gear and someone else has to go through all the bullshit making it.
Yeah. How good is that?
And then I get a small cut of sales. I'm like, this is brilliant. Like, let's do this.
It's the best way, because
certainly.
you give a code out to your subscribers, they benefit from it. You benefit from it as well.
No, I just benefit from it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you benefit. Just
Like, I don't get it. It's the truth. Like, we'll do these codes like once a year or something, but yeah, it's really hard actually, because if you do the discount codes, most people don't care that much if they save $4 on an item.
No. No.
But that might be half of the actual profit margin for that supplier, and that means that the YouTuber might miss out on $1,000.
Yeah.
Because you sell lots of units, and you're like, is it going to make that much difference if someone saves $4, or is it going to make a big difference to that YouTuber who makes 1,000? Like, we don't make big money.
No, you don't make. Zach, because Zach's full time, so he knows all about the YouTube algorithm and the money situation, especially at the moment. I don't know if you've been.
It's horrible.
Have you been affected by all the the views and stuff at the moment? Because the whole news drama and all that.
Mine's going way up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My revenue's gone way up. My views are going way up. But I think that's something to do with Prada. So
that's wicked. That's awesome.
So cool.
But revenue going up for YouTube is like, well, I get 50% more than fuck all. So
That's it. That's exactly right. So yeah.
You're like, $100 more a month.
You
Yeah.
can afford some more
people
beers.
think you earn heaps from it. And it's like, oh, not really. Unless you pull in lots of views every video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Mine
Lots.
would cover my diesel.
Yeah.
Your diesel.
What?
Wow.
What I was
And then the rest
earning
of it is from brand deals and stuff like that as well, or do you run any form of merchandise or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
My merch moves very fast, which is
Yeah.
really good. And just a
Quick plug. What's the shop? What's the shop called?
Oh,
So these come out tomorrow.
Oh,
Beautiful. Oh, shameless plug right there. Don't.
is that just on your website, Fire to Fork?
I make these guys as well. So
what?
It's a clog, but cup.
I like it.
That's awesome.
I
want one of those.
So I'd be too scared to take that camping because I'll break that.
Yeah.
Oh, you won't trust me. I haven't broken it.
Have you done some D&D on it?
Oh, mate. Yeah, that thing's been through hell.
I don't know if it can replace my BB mug.
I reckon we should get a VB sponsorship.
Oh,
Yeah. Except none of you are drinking beer, so
Nah, just give me the tit, like the hat and like a cup, maybe a shirt or something. Like,
I want a pity sponsorship.
oh, they still they're dogs. I unfollowed them.
They liked my photo the other day.
who's that?
Pit Vipers.
They're like the real like big American bogan sunglasses.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to
The
get.
first time I saw that company, it was just like, it's such a meme that it's just so good. I love it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
The big reflective ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get a photo up real quick.
They're like safety glasses, pretty much. That's
Buy
what
these
they
things.
are.
Yeah.
That's them. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the real fuck luck?
The what?
The real fuck luck. It's a
No.
new
Real
study
fuck
brand that just do sunnies like that. They're sick. It's like it's not your luck. It's like it's the sunnies.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a cooking one on Pit Viper for you real quick. He's just standing there with a flamethrower, just destroying the turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. There you go. So yeah, that's just Pit Viper's advertising strategy, and it is perfect. Like, it is amazing.
It's
Yeah.
just really weird, crazy stuff. I'm thinking about cutting a mullet to suit my pit viper.
Oh no. Yeah.
I reckon I should just for the summer.
Not good.
Yeah.
Apparently, you can get Pit Viper banners for your car now as well. So it says, I don't know, like on the actual edge of the windscreen, it has Pit Viper across it.
Oh no.
I'll see if I can find it real quick.
That's
So
disgusting.
filthy.
Yeah, that is filth.
And you got to wear that with like a bad iron shirt.
Yeah.
And I got to go get him. Man. I'll be back.
Yeah, all right. You go get the pitties. Someone in the chat was asking if you're getting the colonial beer deal.
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
So
That's freaking awesome.
the negotiations, a lot of them not.
Yeah.
So, but they're a local brewery that are much of a budget, and I'm a small YouTuber, so they don't really
Yeah,
give a
you
shit.
sort of got to like, yeah. It's weird to work in.
It was funny because like I've been offered heaps of beer deals, and I literally just went, I really want Colonial because it's my favourite beer and because I can't really afford it.
Because you
go.
can't afford it. Oh,
Oh, mate.
Feel-
Mate, I wore these at night time last night, and I felt like I was in Need for Speed. It was crazy. It was the best.
Tokyo drifting.
So everything's like red. It's awesome.
Oh, God.
You could be a rev.
They're in turbo mode.
Actually slowed you down.
I've heard about this turbo mode.
I
Isn't
think I
it? You can
reflect
adjust the
that.
rake or something?
Yeah. So that's turbo mode like that, and
Yeah.
you can adjust the arms so they bend up. So it's in lounge mode. That's basically so you can sit there and you can like look at people.
This is like the biggest plug, and we're not even sponsored by them.
Oh, that is
I
perfect.
didn't want them before. Now I'm into it.
Yeah, I really
They're
want them,
great.
but I'm not allowed to get them.
And you can like replace the arms so that like they curl right around, so I can go do like water sports with my pitties on.
The thing is,
I
it's
love
such
it.
a great product, and it's advertised so well. It's
Yeah.
just
Like actually, as sunglasses go, they're very good sunglasses. Even though they're such a meme, like they're actually really good sunnies. Apparently, yeah, I still got to make that Fleetwood Mac video of me like standing on a bonnet or something.
Oh
with
yeah, we should
pitties.
do that this weekend. Yeah.
I feel like I need a mullet to do that.
I'll do it. If you put me the
tie it
sunnies
all
on me,
together.
I'll just like tuck my hair behind my ears or something.
I was going to say, Mez, you're not too far off.
I'm almost there. If I just like,
you could fake it like pretty
yeah,
easy.
yeah. If I like
Yeah,
put a
you can
beanie
move all
on,
that party to the back, you'd be right.
put the front party to the
Yeah,
back party, and
I reckon because my hair's actually pretty long, I just make it look not long. So it's just like
Oh
a
yeah,
bit of fucking
You
yeah,
can
you
look
could easy.
with the on. Yeah, I just make it look not long because it's Victoria and you have to book a haircut in like 3 months' time.
Oh yeah. So you guys all
Very true.
Hey.
are you all in Vic?
Yeah. Oh no, just me and Adam,
Queensland.
and he's in
Yeah,
Queensland.
Queensland.
So
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys
in
have lockdown finally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mate, it's amazing. The sun's shining. The pitties are on.
It's great. Yeah. The it was actually
I can't take myself seriously.
it was really weird, like because I was going to work every day, so it felt normal, but it was also not normal because I couldn't go and see my mates. Like I couldn't go mountain bike riding, couldn't go make videos, couldn't go drifting, couldn't go full driving, you know. And now you can just do whatever you want, really, with the exception of having a mask on sometimes.
Like I've gone away like 5-6 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
And it's just like compared to what you could do this year, that's like crazy. It's like
So sick.
Because you guys didn't really get affected by it too much, did you?
Not where I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt guilty about going fishing for 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's
like I was allowed to go fishing.
Yeah.
And there were no actual restrictions, just social distancing and stuff. And I was like, well, should I be going fishing? Should I be filling up my car? Like, you know, because it uses more fuel, therefore I have to go to more servos. And I have to go to the tackle shop and blah, blah, blah. That was like that for 2 weeks of like just feeling guilty. And I was like, I'll go fishing less. Like,
and you didn't go fishing last.
I went fishing like twice a week.
Nice. That's good.
I took my boat out twice a week. I was like, the only thing I really changed was I started doing backyard videos, and I was doing backyard videos deliberately long after our, partial lockdown had finished, purely because like the rest of the country was still in lockdown.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was like, well, I don't want to show off the fact that
you can just go places. Yeah.
Like the only thing we couldn't do was go to the pub for like 2 months.
We couldn't go to the pub for 8 months.
What was it? Nearly like 4 months here where you couldn't go more than 5Ks from your house.
Yeah.
For exercise.
It was fucked.
And you couldn't. You could only leave to like go get food, go to work, get exercise, or for health reasons. So it was like, apart from that, you couldn't leave the house. And if you did leave the house for like exercise or to get food or anything, you had to be within 5Ks, which is not much. It's not very far. So I keep looking back at it. I'm like, that's fucking insane. Like as if that happened.
I can't imagine what it was like for you guys. So I was locked down into an area bigger than the size of Victoria. I was like, who gives it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Like, I was locked in the Kimberley. But
What a shame.
Pretty good spot.
I can't go to Perth. I don't want to go to Perth. Fuck that. It's dry season and there are no tourists in the Kimberley. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be incredible, yeah.
Yeah. So completely, like, honestly, you couldn't get more different from like my experience versus yours.
Yeah, 100%.
But like my sister lives in Sydney, and my in-laws, my brother and sister-in-law live in Melbourne. So like every day, just hear about it, you're like, don't talk about it. Like, because like it felt the worst thing about it was the guilt.
Just guilt trip yourself, but you're like, nah. I'll go fishing.
Yeah. I was like, I feel so guilty. I better go fishing.
Yeah. Oh, I feel a bit bad. Just put the boat on. Fuck it. Cracks open a beer. Like...
I feel terrible. I'm going to go to the beach for a beer.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. I need to just do some stress relief.
Yeah.
I live 5 minutes from Cable Beach where you can drive.
So good. Yeah.
So,
is that where you do all your filming?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a good scene.
I walk Fred on Cable Beach every day. I drive on the beach every day. Like, it's
awesome.
It's just the life's up here is stupid, but we're moving back, so I'll be back to normal city lifestyle soon.
Yeah. What's your ultimate goal of the channel and whatever you're doing really?
The ultimate goal is to I do want to do like some better products and things to make it more of a I guess like a slightly less intensive business, because like I still want to do videos and stuff, but I want to create a good set of products longer term that mean that I don't have to smoke corporate pole to get money.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I prefer to make that my own kind of business.
Okay.
Products weren't on my radar initially, and then I realised that when I look around at the industry and I look at the people with real money in their pockets and who actually have a lot of control, it's not the influencers, it's not the YouTubers or presenters, aside from a very small number. I mean, okay, look at Jace from All for Adventure, right? He's released his own product range purely because he was like, why the fuck am I selling everyone else's products when I can sell products myself?
Yeah, exactly.
All of the benefit as opposed to just a small portion of it. Like,
100%.
you know, Camp Boss was no accident. It was it's very much a like, okay, like, oh yeah. So that looking at what the most successful people, and that's why Snatch exists as well, of course. It, you know, Graham and Sean were like, yeah, cool, we can sell everyone else's products. Or
we can make our own brand and sell it because we're already plugging everyone else's stuff.
that's it, like stop plugging out everyone else's stuff, and then also you create like a business that's tangible. Like so if I plug someone else's brand, right, their business value goes right up, and I get a small cut of sales. They get a much larger cut of sales, and they're also growing an asset that is worth a lot of money. Whereas, why don't I invest in my own business? Then my asset grows in value as well as getting all of that. So that's my business back.
That's a good ultimate goal, though. Like,
makes sense.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
maybe
and just not, I'm not going to try and take over the world. I just want to sell a few things.
Just do your part to make.
I think are really good.
Yeah, like a product that's not really out there or is out there that can be done better, I suppose.
That's it. Like that's why I sell shit.
Yeah.
No one's selling.
No one's selling.
I'm not going to lie. I saw that and I was like, yeah, I want to buy it.
Yeah. It looks awesome. I really want it.
But I sell out of those in a few hours.
Okay. How much are they?
Plus $8 shipping. So
Awesome.
not particularly cheap.
No, but they're awesome. And they sell out.
Oh, here it is.
That's the thing. I don't sell cheap stuff. I sell good stuff.
Yeah, you sell awesome stuff, which comes back in like reviews and people posting on Instagram stuff like saying this is awesome, you know?
Yeah, certainly, without a doubt.
Like you could go to Alibaba and probably maybe buy something similar and buy 100 for $2 each and then, you know, sell them for $10, $20.
I had a guy message me and be like, oh, I found these on eBay with no brand on them for like 18. And I was like, that's an interesting way of supporting your favourite YouTuber.
Yeah, why would you do that? Like, yeah.
I was like, I know you can buy them cheaper. I buy them cheaper. Like,
yeah.
I don't buy them for $30.
Certainly.
Just pay shipping.
Yeah, like.
New one comes with a leather strap.
Oh.
Yeah.
A leather strap.
This is the old one.
Like so you don't drop it. Like a Wii remote strap.
There we go.
When you throw a new drink around the place. Yeah.
That's sick.
Oh,
Hey, there you go.
So that's the new one.
Not bad.
The old one.
Oh yeah.
Slightly smaller, but not by much.
Product placement. You're giving us some money for this, aren't you? Oh god.
What other products have you like helped develop or whatever? Like, because you were talking about some before. Just because I don't follow.
I used to have a product called. Oh, the other products I worked to develop are like fire grills.
Yeah.
And they're wicked. So there's a company called Osprey who came to the market about a year and a half ago, or maybe 2 years ago, and they got in touch, and I was like, oh, whatever, it's just another bloody grill. So I've got a grill, like, I'll be right. And they're like, please. Like, the guy's like, I really think this will work for you. I'm like, fuck, I'll give it a go. And then I saw one in person, and I was like, this is sick. I want it so badly. And it's basically just like a big grilled basket that you can like shove stuff into, and then you can. It's got all these levels and stuff. Yeah, chuck them in. And they've got big knives. The knives are just incredible. They brought out a new one this week, and that sort of stuff. Like, I've got so many of their knives.
Is it the one that was on Instagram before, like on your story?
Mm.
Yeah.
I've got heaps of their knives here that are pieces of shit because they were R&D knives. And they're like, here's a sample, here's a sample, here's a sample, and they send them to me, and I'm like, nah, that's crap.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a fighter fork knife coming. We've been working on it for 6 months. You have no idea how many samples of these things. So like, take them out in the bush, use them, and I'm like, no.
It's just not right.
No. Until it's right, like, it's not going.
That's awesome.
So there's a lot of that kind of stuff like behind the scenes, but we're so fussy about quality.
That's what I like to hear though, because some people might not get to see that. They just see you're selling these things, but if they're going to listen to this podcast or whatever, they'll know now that how much effort you put into all your products.
Yeah, and that's why I've done the 10-year tour as well. Like, it's no shit's going into it. It's all stuff that's designed to last for 10 years. I don't know if I'll keep the car for 10 years. I probably won't.
Yeah.
By then things will be getting tired, and I want to get a more modern car. Like, I'll be out of warranty, all that kind of stuff. I had a 30-year-old car for a long time, and I'm kind of over it, and want to keep something modern and safe and good.
Yeah.
But the products in it are like all good quality, and the reason for that is because I've built so many cars 4 times. You're like, I'll buy the cheapest one. You're like, oh shit, right. I'll buy the second cheapest one. You're like, oh shit.
And you're like, oh, but if I'm spending that much, then I'll just spend that little bit more to get the proper stuff.
And then you're like, oh, look, I'll get like I don't want to get the most expensive, but I'll get like the third most expensive. You get that, and you're like, fuck, I broke that one too. All right, I'm getting the most expensive.
And then you could have done that in the first
you're like,
stage.
Well, I've spent triple what I should have spent. This is really annoying. It's like, there's some things like I just don't understand why you would skimp out. Like, stuff like tyres.
Don't get cheap tyres, guys.
Like, or like really cheap suspension. I'm like, don't. But it also depends. If you're a weekend warrior, it doesn't really, like, you're not relying on it for a 4-week trip across the desert. Fine. Like, go and get a bit off Gumtree, just like piece it together. Like, if you break a shock, shit happens.
100%.
Like, you get a bit of a dodgy ride home. If use your King's awning, like, whatever. For me, no, not an option. Like, I
Agreed.
You can't have that shit happen.
Yeah. It's good stuff if you're like, don't do it much, like once a month maybe, or you're just getting into it and you need a budget. But yeah, if you're not,
definitely not.
if you're doing it every weekend like Adam is, or you are, setting up every day for videos, you need to have.
Yeah, I definitely tell people, like, when you're building a car, like, think properly before you just buy shit.
Agree.
Like, actually try and plan. Because otherwise, you just waste money on things you don't need.
It's the same as a drift car though. Like, if you're gonna, wait, what the fuck? Sorry, I just read a comment. I just got really sidetracked. What was I saying? That was
buying
retarded.
cheap parts for cars.
If you're gonna buy cheap, like drift car, right? You can buy cheap parts for that, and they're just gonna snap. Obviously, you can do it on a budget, and you can learn your first 2 events or whatever. But then you're gonna have to upgrade. But if you buy more cheap parts, again, they're gonna break, and and then same as full driving.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna go a little pissed.
No worries.
Yeah. Like, I pretty much did that with my front locker. I bought the cheap one. It was $400.
Yeah.
And it worked. And then it broke, and it broke heaps of other things too. So then I put like a $1,500 locker in it.
Yeah.
I haven't had any issues.
Yeah. Exactly. There you go.
But like, because it broke that part, but that part broke all these other parts. So it cost me like $3,500 to fix the front end.
But if you had the good part in the first stage,
the good part, it wouldn't have broken.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have broke all the other parts.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah. So that's my motto now. Like I'm building it to go around Australia. So I'm just buying good stuff, even though it sends me broke.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. How's the Skyline and the FG going, Zach? Just while Harry's
It's going good, man. It's going good. I'm in like a really big dilemma with myself at the moment as to what I want to do next. The Falcon, it's a beautiful car.
It is.
And it's 600 horsepower. It's been my dream car since it was about 11 years old. And I know that sounds real stupid because it's literally a taxi. But at the same time, I love this car. It's wicked. But I think things are just going to move forward. At the moment, as it stands, I'm probably one of the bigger sort of vlogging personnel that do automotive Australian, like YouTube for auto, like Australian cars and stuff.
Yep.
But I don't know. You gotta. I don't know what I want to do just yet. But I'm thinking about selling the Falcon, which is
Ooh.
a big.
Yeah, right.
It is a big freaking like. It is.
That's a big call.
It's a huge call. But something that I don't know what I want to do just yet, considering it's what took me from probably like just under 1,000 subs, and it got me to, before I got the Skyline, which was 15,000 all by itself.
Yeah.
And then onwards up to 34.
Yeah, it's your little baby.
Yeah, that's it. It's like it's the hero car of the whole channel. And
Exactly.
I don't feel like it's just me anymore. I know it sounds really odd.
No, that makes sense.
End of the day, it's an automatic Falcon. It makes a lot of freaking power. It is really fast. And if I want to go on the highway and I want to try and overtake someone, if I put my foot down, I will probably spin the tires and fly past them. I know it's going to do it without a doubt every single time. But at the same time, I don't know. I've got to the point where now I don't want to do anything to it, and that's really bad.
That is bad.
So, yeah.
You're not.
So,
yeah, you're not in love with it as much anymore. Like.
No, that's it. Like the other day, I think the biggest thing is what I know it sounds really stupid, but the other day I really wanted to go for a drive, and I'm like, sweet, excellent. I was going to take the Skyline. I was just going to go get a haircut, go get some lunch. I'm like, sweet, I'll take the Skyline down. It's going to be sick. Realized that Sarah took my keys, and I'm like, crap. The only one I have a spare key for is the Falcon, and I actually felt bad about having to get it out the garage and drive it. And I'm just like, that should never feel about that about a car.
Yeah.
Especially one that I love so much. Like it is absolute perfection, that car.
Maybe it's.
But at the same time, like I know that I could open up the garage to something and put my love and attention and detail into something a lot different that means a lot more to me. So like honestly thinking about selling it and getting something different for the channel, but that would mean taking a step away from.
It's a big step.
It's huge. It's huge. But yeah, I don't know.
There'll be a lot of annoyed Australian people.
Oh yeah.
If you did sell it, because it's what
So-
they. Yeah.
I just sold my 80 series, which was the iconic car of my channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved it. I can tell you exactly what happened when I sold it and bought something new.
Yeah.
I thought I'd lose like 2,000 or 3,000 subs. I thought I'd like all this stuff. Holy shit, the growth is insane.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Everything tripled.
Right.
That's good. That's awesome.
Everything tripled.
Yeah.
The number of like my subscriber rate tripled, not my subscribers.
Yeah.
Tripled. My income doubled. Like my YouTube revenue doubled, and my views are up triple.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like this is the one thing that I'm really wanting to hear, because this is like, if I was to sell this car and buy what I want to get, it's like the ultimate battle between the Australian car scene and the Japanese car scene.
It is.
Like it is like, there's those hardcore, really passionate people that love the Falcon, and then there's the millions of people around the world that are going to be into what I have hopefully coming. So like, it's
What I would say is spend the time explaining it. If you watch my first video where I unveil my car,
Yeah, I watched that one.
again, it's a fucking pro.
Yeah.
Fucking pro.
That's it.
Like,
Well, I mean,
this
I
is
love it when
the-
you say that it's just a Prado when mine is literally just a taxi. So it's the exact same thing. There.
You go like you go from like arguably the most capable car Toyota's ever created to the soccer mum car, and I was like, here comes the hate.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. And I didn't get it. Like, I got like a bunch of idiots like, oh my god, you got a Prado, are you gay?
You got rid of the
like,
80.
Duh.
Yeah.
Like, thanks.
That's it.
11-year-old with a keyboard there, like, fantastic.
That's it.
But like, literally, I reckon I 500 comments and I got 4 bad, 6 bad, like nothing, not even one. And everyone else was like, this is sick, like you've actually thought about it. But the big thing is spend the time to explain it. Don't spend the time defending yourself, just actually sit down and go, all right, like, so this is what's happening. Say those things, give that anecdote. I don't want to take it out. Like, I don't want, like, just be like, I love this car, but like, I need a new challenge. I need to be reinvigorated. I need, like, it's just not quite doing it for me anymore. For me, the catalyst for all that was my friend being killed in an A series on the way out to see us, and I was like, all right, well, like, I'm old, I'm married.
Yeah, that was your turning point.
All that kind of stuff. Like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Pulling around a 30-year-old car. This is stupid.
Yeah, you got kids in a while.
And also, there has never been a better time to sell your second-hand car.
Oh, yes.
The price of brand new ones have stayed the same. The price of the old ones have gone.
Yeah.
So that gap is real small right now.
Yeah.
Did you trade it in, or did you sell it?
No, I didn't even have to advertise it. I had that many people offering me money for it.
Far out. That's fucking
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's like,
Literally,
Sam's car has been offered to, like, people have offered him like stupendous money for Sam's car.
Sam Miles.
My brother's
His
called
brother's
Sam,
name's
so-
Sam as well.
Yeah, we run the channel together, kind of.
He has a
I
105.
think.
So I just pulled up your channel. It feels like a dickhead. So,
No, that's fine.
It happens.
But Zach, I kind of experienced the same thing when I bought the Troopy. Like, it's not the normal car that I should have bought, but I love it. Like, it is different. But it's not as capable as the other ones, but it's perfectly fine. And then like because I still get the comments when we're doing like stupid tracks, and they're like, "Oh, why'd you buy that car?" And it's like, well, that's not like, I don't have like a 6-month plan. Like, I've got a 10-year. Like, as you said with the Prado, like this plan is massive. This car. So it's like, it may not be like the best for what we are doing right now, but that's not what I plan on doing.
That's it. That's exactly right.
yeah. It's sick. I love it. Like, and I'm just looking at. So I assume your mate's car is the chopped 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my brother, the chopped 80.
Yeah, it's sick. That's awesome. There's got some good stuff here. How many videos have you made?
Many.
I don't know.
There's a lot. There's a lot in there.
There's a lot of four-wheel driving ones, like proper,
I can see
proper
you
four-wheel
pivoted
driving
at
ones.
some point.
Yeah.
What was that?
I can see you've like pivoted, like you just like
it went from
you've gone
street car to
photography, then straight car, and then
Yeah, well, I was all straight car.
Found your feet.
I was all straight car. Like that's all I did, and then basically I was just making videos, and then like just because I liked making videos, just doing vlogs or whatever. And then Sam just said, "Oh, come out and film four-wheel driving one day." And I was like, "Oh, why not?" Bearing in mind at the time we weren't that close, like being brothers, like we didn't really grow up that close.
Yeah.
And then so I went out and filmed that, and it did all right, and we left it a bit. Then I made a video on his car, and that did all right as well. I started going out more and more, and I was like, "Oh, I like this." Like I've always liked camping, but I never really enjoyed like four-wheel driving.
Yeah, looking at it now, there's like a very definitive, like, okay, we're going to stop this and we're going to do something else. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wicked.
Yeah.
I love it.
So,
it's
and then now,
awesome.
it's full four-wheel driving, basically. And like I still have my whole street car side as well. It's just not uploaded anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't have a street car, but I'm planning on getting one. But
Buy my Falcon.
I'll swap you the Magna.
The Magna. You drive a hard deal, man. But I'm gonna have to back out of that. Sorry.
Yeah, not after trades. It's as good of a trade as it is, just not after trades, that's all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, that's wicked.
But yeah, like I don't know what you plan on buying, but I just
do.
think like you're always.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
I don't know what you plan on buying, but like you always, no matter what you have, there's always people that won't like it. But that doesn't.
Yeah, that's it.
It doesn't mean anything.
I think a lot more people are gonna like it.
A lot of people
Well,
will.
Yeah, it's going to spend more time in the garage getting fixed more than anything. I know that for a fact. I mean, I can say here it's an FDRX7. I'm looking at buying,
Cool.
but
Ooh.
Dream car.
going from a Falcon that starts up every day without fail and will go and rip QR and drive all the way back home to going into that is going to be a big change. But I know that it's going to bring a lot of content. There is a lot more aftermarket support, and it is just all around cooler and has a way bigger following than anything that an Australian car can have. So, end of the day, it's going to be better off financially. It's going to be better off, just how much it's going to grow in the future. It's going to be better for me for content. It's just going to be wicked.
In my eyes, no brainer.
Yeah.
No brainer. Yeah.
You know what's funny is that you're not going to end up having a four-wheel drive because, like, what else are you going to tow at home?
That's it. Exactly right. And then there's more content there. So it's like...
Yeah, four-wheel drive content.
That's it.
Imagine if you tried to do your road trip video you did in your Falcon in the RX-7.
I know. I'm thinking about doing it in the Skyline, to be honest. I think that'd be a really good mix because the Skyline's now at a point where I can actually drive it across Brisbane and not feel like I'm going to be stuck down there for 6 hours getting a tow truck home. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm
down here and I'll take you forward driving.
Sounds good. I'm keen. I've been forward driving once and I thought it was the most amazing thing ever. So even Sarah said if you get this FD, you're going to have to get a daily. So I'm like, ooh, forward drive? Why? Yeah, I reckon it'd be cool.
Buy one, though. Such a shit time to buy one. You get the bunkiest piece of shit for like, and that's the thing. Like everyone's like, nothing's below 10 grand anymore because everyone's just like, cool, 10 grand. That's the free money I get from the government.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. Without a doubt.
On ATO, like the fucking everyone just pulled their super out and bought dumb shit.
Fuck yeah.
That's it.
I don't know the guy who bought my car's financial situation, but he was driving a $2,000 car before, so I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
You can guess that it's a loan. Yes.
I don't know, but he's a really nice guy. Actually, he's like he works with like the homeless and stuff. Like he's a
cool.
social.
Yeah, cool.
So, and he's enormous. He would kick my fucking ass.
So it's well deserved then.
Yeah. So, hi Trav. So I'm sorry my car has already broken on you. I'm sure it has. It hasn't told me it's broken. I just know that it would.
You just know it is.
I drove past my old car getting towed the other day. I was like,
the best feeling though. You're like, not my. I don't have to pay for that.
Someone in the chat is asking how you met Ronnie Dahl and how you got involved with his channel.
Funnily enough, I met Ronnie Dahl on a four-wheel drive action shoot. So we were out shooting a not modified, what do they call it? Custom segment on my car and his car, completely separately. And I was like, $679. He was like, that Ace is a bucket of shit. And then, we just like hung out and whatever, and I didn't think anything of it. Like, I didn't have his contact details or anything. And then I was at the four-wheel drive show and his car was there. And I walked past and he was like, Harry. And I was like, oh, hey, Ronnie. Like, there you go, mate. I said, oh, man, good. Like, I'm meaning to get in touch with you. Like, we spent all day together and we actually got on really well. And, like, kind of the rest is history. He was like, man, we should catch up for a beer and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, sounds good. Like, I didn't even know he had YouTube. Like,
oh really?
I just knew him as this guy with a cool.
He was just a mate, yeah.
For ages, and so he was like, like honestly, we speak almost every day.
Fuck yeah.
That's cool.
Awesome.
It's
You're
like,
just best
we're
mates.
actually really, really good mates.
Yeah.
Like,
Cool.
Yeah,
Maybe we
So
should get him
it's-
on the podcast because I've had it requested a few times, but I've never known how to like message him. So maybe
you should see his shitbag files. Like,
hey,
like, you know, on Instagram, how you've got like your message requests.
Oh, you're a question.
yeah, that's why I didn't bother messaging him because I know that it'll just go straight to that.
He gets about 1,000 messages a day.
Fuck me.
I mean,
Wow.
I get a few messages. Like, I get about sort of 200 to 700 a day, roughly.
Wow.
And like, I can look. I've just got mine down under 99. So
Looks identical to mine. Yeah.
as opposed to 99 plus.
Yeah.
It's probably inaccurate. But I was like, yes, I haven't done that in like a month.
So
I went through it. I was like, trying to respond to everyone I can. But
Yeah.
like, Ronnie's, if you scroll to the bottom of his 100, it's like 4 hours.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
Because after they get to 100, they just go into the ether.
Yeah.
So like, I try and like occasionally try and like get in there and just like interact as much as I can and like get them through. But like,
Yeah, it'd be
fuck
so
me.
hard.
The quantity of messages I get
Yeah.
is
Yeah. You'd almost need a full-time worker to reply as yourself. Like, it's nuts.
I can't even keep up like with mine. And I mean, like, just in life in general, I'm just insanely busy. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I
you're a madman.
I can't keep up with it, and I feel so bad because like people are just like asking like genuine questions and stuff. But I'm like, man, I really can't. Like, I can't sit here and do it.
Yeah.
Like after this, I've got to edit a video and get it up and work on the car and unpack it and repack it and get fuel and stuff and then get up and go to work the next day and then go away.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
that's every day. That's every day. And like I was up at 5 this morning and I won't go to bed until like 1.
Does that mean I have to drive tomorrow?
No, I'll be fine.
Alright. Just
Like,
for
I don't know. Like, there's some people who like can respond to all of them, and I don't know how they do it. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't. It's such a massive effort.
craziness. Just real quick. Ginge just donated $15.
Yes.
Absolute
Well,
legend. He said, "Have a good one, boys. Dinner's just rocked up, so he's gonna have dinner." Thank you
big
so
up,
much.
Jen.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jen.
You're a legend. He's one of the biggest members on the channel for being a channel member. So if you don't know what that is, you can be a channel member for either $3, $15, or $25. You get that awesome emblem next to your name like he has. And if you want to support the podcast and the channel, definitely become a member because it's really helpful. Anyways, back to talking some dribble because
That's what we do.
Someone wants to know if you're gonna.
That was Brody Moss.
Brody
Mate, I would
Moss.
love to collaborate with Brody Moss, but that's as rare as rocking horse shit. Think about the number of people he's actually collaborated with. It's impossible. I know where he lives. Everyone does. It's impossible not to know where he lives. Because if you're driving on the main highway, you can see these 2 giant fucking boats on the highway. It's
You
like,
should just rock
it's like
up.
all flat, and then they're just like these $250,000 boats. You're like,
Just rock up one day with your cameras.
probably Brody's house.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got big signs out the front.
Yeah.
Actually, I know, like, so I know a lot of his mates.
Yeah.
And he had like this really awkward situation where he had this guy turn up at his house with his kids, and he was like, "Hey, Brody, like, you know, my kids want to meet you." He's like,
That's
what
fucking
the fuck are you
dumb.
doing in my house? It's like, you just open my gate. It's got a giant sign saying like private property, no trespassers.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, kids, like, you know, come and have a look at, come and meet Strider and like, you know, have a look at the boats. And he's like, turned around to this guy and he's like, get the fuck off my land.
Yeah, that's
But-
just
He's like,
no.
this is not okay. He's like, I'm going to be nice to your kids, but you can fuck off. Like, you know,
Yeah.
take
Yeah,
a
you
little
just-
bit. Because it's
Wait,
not
If
like,
anyone ever turned up to like my house, I'd lose my shit.
can you imagine that? Like, imagine just rocking up to someone's house. Like, he might not have been home, and then he's got, you know, millions of dollars worth of gear
Yeah.
that is just stealable. So it's like it's like your security, your own privacy. Like, you know, can I relax? Can I walk around my house naked, or is someone going to rock up with a GoPro? Like,
Yeah, that's it.
Hi.
yeah. And you know, I'm sure Brody gets a few girls. So, like, you want to be able to relax at your own house.
Yeah, so I didn't even know who he was. I'm just looking up him now. It's
He's
Young
pretty
Bloods,
big.
right?
Yeah.
So he's all like about fishing and like
Yeah.
deep sea diving and all that stuff.
Yeah, he
He
lives
has
about
2 million
Yeah.
followers. That's nuts.
He
Pretty
went from
much
60,000
the
to a
absolute
million.
What was that, sorry?
He went from 60,000 to a million in a year.
That is fucked up.
Wow, that is
Like-
amazing.
Ballistic growth.
That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
And then the next million was like 6 months.
What the
It's just
But
like incredible.
Yeah, he only quit his job the same time we did.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, like about 6 months beforehand, but at the same time, yeah.
he quit his job when he had like 700,000 subs.
That is
I'm gonna go cry real quick.
But like, what?
craziness.
Like, dude, he only monetized at about 400,000.
What?
Wow, that's insane.
I was like, 1,001 monetized.
Yeah. 4,000 hours monetized. Like, yeah.
So he's got tons of videos from back in the day that were all just had proprietary music on them and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But he puts up a video every 2 to 3 days.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's a spy. He doesn't sleep. All he records on is a GoPro and a drum.
yeah.
Like, he has
Like
a fleet.
I know it's
Yeah.
it's like not it's not quite my scene like what he does, but I know so many people that are like that's the dream. Like they just absolutely froth him. And
It's,
Yeah,
it's
right.
yeah.
like I get it. I definitely
It's
get
funny
it.
because it's not at all a dream. Like, I don't
Yeah.
envy them at all. But I don't.
Yeah, but see, they're just seeing him like doing stuff, and they're like,
That's
yeah, I'll
it,
do that stuff for a living. But there's so
Yeah.
much.
They don't see
They're
what
not
goes
seeing
on.
him grind away. When he gets an editor and a videographer, that's the dream.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, when you can just edit and then send your stuff off.
Yeah.
Well,
Not only
get a
that, but
filmer.
having a filmer that's just willing to like also be on camera and enjoy their company as well.
Yeah.
That it has like the skills and everything else that you want in a filmer would be so difficult to find.
You have to go and live out in.
Oh yeah, certainly. Like you have to be his best mate forever,
Yeah.
and that's like that's it.
It's funny because his best mate actually is a videographer.
Oh really? There you go.
But he also owns a tattoo shop, and
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
cool.
his
I
business.
think. But you wouldn't want to do that with your best mate, would you? Like, you don't want to
Not
be
yet. Yeah.
in their pocket all day, every day. Like, that's
No,
brutal.
certainly not. Without a doubt.
So, yeah, like, look, I'd love to collaborate with Brody Moss. I'm actually going to go and catch up with D-Man and Jared when I'm next in that town. I don't like to mention the town because all it does is bring more people.
Just brings more people, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a town in WA on the coast, about 10, 12 hours from mine.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, just a short drive.
And what's the address? No.
Trust
Yeah,
me,
like
it's not hard to find.
I get recognised all the time because like I live in a pretty populated area, and then like once I got recognised pulling out of my driveway, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
It's like you can't see my house from the road, but like I pulled out and I was like, oh. And then at my ex's house, I had to park out the front, and it was like in a really popular area, and like I kept getting photos of my car, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah. Oh, man, I feel
Like they weren't doing anything wrong.
no.
They were just walking past, but I was like, oh, you just get one wrong person.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. No, that's one of the reasons Brody's not because he
Mm.
constantly had people taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my mate did a video on it. He was like, oh shit, no, I need to go home and get some stuff. Like, come round. And so my mate's like pulling in the driveway behind him. And his dad walked out of the house and he's like, who the fuck are you? Like, what are you doing here? And he's like, Brody invited me. And he's like, did he? giddy. He was like, yeah. And like Brody walks back out and he's like, oh, Dad, this is Bro. Like, he's like,
That's fucked up.
he's like, look, get out.
Yeah.
But he just invited me. Like,
Yeah, you're like,
I left.
the fuck do I do? I suppose that happens though.
Yeah. But no, he's like, by all accounts, a really good bloke. I've, sort of met him, but not really. But,
Yeah.
Everyone's shut bed. It's Tuesday.
Oh no. Well, we've been on for an hour and a half, pretty much. I'm getting pretty hungry. Classic Mez.
Yeah.
Classic Mez.
I gotta Mez. Yeah, I gotta go prepare for our trip that we're going on, Mez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need
I'm
to.
going to go film. It's only 4:30 today.
I would. Oh, true. I would love to keep chatting because I've got many more questions, but I have to pack, eat dinner,
Yeah,
and do a bunch
yeah.
of things. So
Yeah, it's sick to talk to you.
yeah.
Look at that, my lads.
Yeah, thanks for
cheers.
replying to my messages and coming on the podcast. Means a lot. And hopefully, if you're ever down our way in Victoria or whatever, we can.
I'll be there next year, so
Yeah.
I'll see you around.
Yeah. So
Oh, lovely.
yeah, for sure, we can do some catch up and have a couple of beers and
I'm
Eat
sure
some
one time I'll be
awesome
in your
food.
area too.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm doing the whole East Coast next year, so
Oh, cool,
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
that's
I'll
all right.
probably go to the Skyline. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching if you're here live, and if you weren't here live, you're a pleb, but thank you for listening. And if you are new around here, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button as well. It definitely helps out the podcast and the channel.
Oh, yeah, I better subscribe to Mez.
Yeah, you better do that, even though you're a channel member.
I'm a channel member and not subscribed.
And we'll see you next week, Thursday, 6 p.m. And we have Mike Lake on, confirmed as well. So, yeah. Peace out, guys.
Cheers, guys.
See ya.
Good run.
See you later.
That's it.
Alrighty.